Hello and welcome back to the Football Chat. Today we are once again talking about FPL. It's Game Week 13. What a midweek game week we've just had. I think we'll start, obviously, with Game Week 12. I had a brilliant week, it has to be said. Compared to the average was 39. I scored 62 points.
I also scored over the average by 7. I got 46.
Well,
It missed me. I was very happy with my game week. Then I saw yours, and I do feel I could have got more points. My whole defence got 1 point each. Both my strikers blanked on 2. I was a bit unfortunate. Equally, starting Ivan Toney against Chelsea was always a blank. But Sterling blanked, Billing blanked, Anthony blanked. And realistically, my whole game week was carried by 10 from Almiron and 20 from Eze. That was my whole
I was going to say you did really well with the captaincy there. I kind of mocked you for it on the show last. When was it come out?
The
Tuesday.
Joel Ward gamble did not pay off. But he's in my team this week, and we're going again.
Disgraceful, honestly. But I don't know really about mine. There was some 62 is obviously a good score, but I really feel like I could have took advantage of this and easily got an 80-point week. That's what frustrates me. It's like Aubameyang didn't really work as a gamble. He is now gone, which we'll get into later, but
I had the same problem.
I took a -4 to bring him in. Overall, my transfers worked. I took out 3 players that... I took out Reece, Maddison and Aubameyang. 3 players that weren't going to play. And Haaland, sorry. And I brought in Cody, Eze and Aubameyang. So 13 points in, -4, so that's a gain of 9 on what I would have gained. I'm taking that. But equally, Aubameyang didn't really do anything. I could have, with that -4, I could have got a... I'm trying to think of a striker that scored. There weren't many, was there? No. Didn't Patson Daka score for Leicester?
Yes.
So that would have been a decent gamble there.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
There's a Robin Cook own goal and a Harvey Barnes goal.
Yeah, well, that's another one. Maybe I could have gone Harvey Barnes. But overall, and Cody probably could have gone with something better. Maybe a Fulham defender, knowing they're playing against Villa.
I look at the players that... Where I could have got more points this week, Guaita got me 3 and I benched Pope on 6. Because I thought Wolves at home would have been an easy clean sheet.
And obviously Newcastle playing Everton, weren't they?
Same
for looked decent.
Yeah, same for Joel Ward. Obviously, I thought that'd be a clean sheet, but no. Yeah. Perisic conceded 2, which I thought wouldn't happen. Well, no, I actually benched Perisic for Chilwell, who didn't start, didn't get subbed on, and Ashley Young. Well, I think all I need to say is that was an absolute shit show from Villa. And Gerrard was deservedly sacked. It was horrific. I think that's the worst I've ever watched Aston Villa play.
Obviously, if you watched our Premier League predictions yesterday, we didn't know that at the time of recording. So
I don't actually know who's in charge of Villa.
There's some guy called Danks, isn't it? So that's exciting.
But Young should be in clean sheet. Billing blanking at Southampton. I was a bit annoyed about this because
Same with Dom Solanke
I thought Bournemouth would beat Southampton, but no. Sterling came off the bench, did nothing. I was furious again. He didn't start, but which I think does guarantee he will start on Saturday. Yeah.
This is what I was thinking, but it is United. I'm not too sure about whether we'll win that. I'm a little nervy there, but I'm hoping we will.
I mean, I've benched,
even so,
I benched Anthony. I thought he'd score. Same with Kane. I was kind of hoping it would be like a 2-2 draw, them both scoring. And then I kind of knew Tony was going to blank against Chelsea. But equally I didn't after watching Chelsea's defence. It was horrific.
He easily could have if Kepa wasn't on.
But I'm very happy with 46. And if I look down at all my leagues, it's green arrows all the way.
Same here. Loads of those green positive arrows. But as I said, Solanke 2, Aubameyang 1, Cody 2. They were the real disappointing numbers. But after that, everyone was really solid. I scored 5 6s. The captaincy of Trossard didn't really pay off because that was 3 double to 6. Yeah, indeed. But if I'd captained literally Trippier, that could have been 18. If I captained Eze 20, Zaha 16. So could have got a lot more points there. But then 5 6s, then 8 from Zaha, 9 from Trippier, 10 from Eze. Overall, a really, really solid game week across the board. No big Haaland 32 score or something like that, which we've seen most people be able to get big points off. But I've gained a lot of that back this week, as most people scoring around that 20, 30, maybe 40 point mark. I was able to bring in a big 62 in a week where most people were just looking for damage limitation.
Yeah.
I was able to bring in a load of points. And then, Chilwell obviously as well. I started him instead of Dalot. So luckily he didn't come on. Dalot gets subbed in 6 points there. And that leads me nicely into my transfers because I didn't really know what to do with Ben Chilwell. I've kept him. This might be controversial, but I know he didn't play against Brentford, but I feel like that's why he might play against Man United.
I got rid of him.
fresh legs. I didn't want to use a transfer because I'm already using 2 and that's a -4. I don't want to go to a -8.
Yeah.
Especially since Chilwell could keep a clean sheet. If he doesn't, he doesn't. We move on.
Yeah. I made one transfer and that was Ben Chilwell, and I took him out for Timothy Castagna. Now they've got City next weekend, but I have covered that. My other defenders have good games, so he can sit on the bench. And this weekend they have Wolves. That should be a clean sheet. And if it isn't, I'm going to be very annoyed. That's my transfer this week.
Yeah, in terms of my 2 transfers, Haaland and Foden. Haaland obviously had him in my team most of this season since he started scoring. Brought him back in for Aubameyang, no brainer there. And then as for Phil Foden, Trossard's not been cutting it recently. No. So it would have been Sancho to go if he hadn't got a clean. If he hadn't got an assist against Newcastle. But that's 6 points has earned him against Tottenham. Yes, that's earned him a spot in the side for another week. He's going to be benched though because I've got to get Foden in the starting 11. I can't drop Martinelli. They're playing Southampton. I think he'll score, and I've got to keep those Palace duo. Yes, Everton look good at the back, but you never know, do you? They could spring a surprise. Then my front 3, Erling Haaland is on that captaincy. We'll get into captaincy debate a little later. Then Mitrovic and Solanke. It's going, it's a fairly mid, I'd say, forward line, but I do think they bring in consistent points, so I'm more than happy with it. And then in terms of the defence, Cancelo, Trippier, Chilwell. Might be a controversial call there. Obviously Newcastle against Tottenham, Chilwell against Man United.
City against Brighton. That's actually a tough game. Your defence.
Well, I've got Cody. I'm back in Pope.
Wow.
Sarr bench against Leicester.
I'm not sure about that.
Pope doesn't concede goals. Newcastle, right? I'm going to look at Trippier because he's been more impressive with the amount of points he's been scoring. 9.6 points, 7.7 points, 5 points. Yes, they conceded in 3 of those games. They've not conceded in their last 2 against Everton and Man United, though. I'm confident they're keeping a clean sheet.
Fair enough.
I know it's away, but...
In terms of my team, I've kept my triple Palace of Guaita in goal, Joel Ward at the back, and Eze in midfield against Everton away.
That would have worked last week if Palace kept a clean sheet.
Exactly. Because Eze got loads of points. If Joel,
but
I look at Everton Palace, it's got 0-0 away at Goodson Park, 0-0 written all over it, and that would be 6 points, 6 points, and 3 points. So I take that.
Fair enough.
I'll take Villa Brentford game. I've got Ashley Young and Ivan Toney because it's either going to go one or two ways. Either Villa, caretaker manager in charge, are going to boss it, or Brentford are going to tear them apart. As I said, Castagna against Wolves. Philip Billing. I was annoyed he blanked against Southampton. West Ham away is not an easy game, but...
That is my thought. Maybe do I put in Sancho over Solanke? Yeah. That's probably the only sub I could make. Because I don't think Cody and Dallo are going to get in there over Chilwell, Trippier, Cancelo. I know Cody plays Palace, but I think Palace are going to win that game. And then in terms of Dallo, I hope Chelsea win that. Yeah. And if not, Cody will get something for Chilwell.
Speaking of Chelsea, Sterling didn't start or play at all against Brentford, which is probably guaranteed he will start against United, so that's why he stays in the team.
Following the same logic as I am with Chilwell.
Yeah. And Almiron against Tottenham. He got 10 points last time out. Almiron in very, very good form, and if anyone's going to score, it's probably going to be him.
Raheem Sterling,
Okay, go on.
Well, no, go on.
My front 3. Quickly, Kane, Tony, and then the armband is on Erling Haaland.
Well,
and he's back with the captain.
Yeah, I was going to say, before we get into captains though, on Sterling, are you going to get rid of him?
If he blanks against United, yeah.
I was going to say, because he has been used in a deeper role more recently, he has been playing a little bit of wing back.
And I look at the results,
he's not scored since, Palace, has he?
1.3 points, 0 points, 2 points, nothing going 8 or 7, and then 2 points, 8 points, 15 points, 1.5.
So hasn't scored good games there against Southampton and Leicester, and then since then
hasn't scored against
Southampton. Really struggled to find the net or any sort of contributions. So are you, as you say, looking to get rid of him?
I will get rid of him if he blanks against United.
And who do you have as your
hang on, 20
choice? Who you expect?
Okay. Let's hold the phone, because if Chelsea have got Brighton,
Arsenal.
Okay, he's going.
United. Who are you looking at as a replacement? Could be a good shout. Obviously, you've got Castagna.
I could get the money for likes of Foden. That's boring because you've got him.
I was going to say, well, yeah. But, I don't know what I said about getting the money. Sterling's 9.9, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's dropped in the last week.
Any good manager would start him in Buendia.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else? Bowen. I know he missed a penalty, but West Ham looked good against Liverpool.
Could be worth the gamble.
What's his other teams? I can't really think of it off the top of my head.
Another Newcastle potentially, or is Almiron enough of a gamble already?
Almiron and Pope.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
I mean, I don't know why I've got Crystal Palace. I'm a bit stupid.
Yeah, I was gonna say Joel Ward.
There's two things here for me. It's also casually, but also one thing I need to add. I haven't used any of my chips.
I've used one.
I've used my wild card. Hang on, I haven't used my. I think I have used my wild card.
Yeah,
I have.
Used your wild card.
I've used my wild card, but I've still got free hit, bench boost, and triple captain. Triple captain, I'm saving. I don't know when for.
So I've also used my wild card and I've used free hit as well.
I might use my triple captain when Haaland's got Bournemouth again.
Yeah, I'll save it for a double game week later in the year.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely going to be a time that City are having to play 2 games. So.
Bench boost, I guess, is just when the team's favourable, or you can't play 2 chips in the same week, can you?
There's going to be more than one double game week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, double game week. And same with free hit.
So just make sure I've got a team.
Free hit would be just to bring in a load of players who are on a double game week.
That's the thing, right? Bench boost is highly effective. Like last week, if I'd used bench boost, would have been brilliant. The week before last, if I'd used bench boost, I could have brought in so many points. So yeah, you just got to time. If you time it right, you can bring in loads. Because if I'd used it last week, my 48, I would have added 14, 9, and 7.
That's 2 weeks.
That's a quick 30. I'd have finished on 78. I'd be 30 points higher in all my mini leagues. But
yeah, in terms of captaincy, this was a real hard one for me this week.
This is a no-brainer for me again.
I've gone Erling Haaland, but Brighton don't look bad. I was thinking Kane, but they've got Newcastle. I was thinking Almiron, but they've got Tottenham. I was thinking Eze, but if nothing screams more 0-0 draw than Everton away,
yeah.
Palace Everton at Goodison Park, they've got 0 written all over it. Tony against Villa, same. I think Villa are actually going to play quite decently, because I think they'll just play for the point and try and impress the home crowd. Sterling, obviously, absolutely no. Billing, absolutely no.
Yeah.
And then never chuck your captain on a defender.
Well,
unless you've got Cancelo.
I was going to say Cancelo and Trent in a good year. Yeah. Maybe even a Reece James potentially, because he can get goals and assists as well.
No goalkeeper.
Yeah, mine was a pretty much no-brainer.
That is one thing. Why don't people do it on goalkeepers?
Because if they concede, you're instantly limited to 4 points. They're not going to get a contribution.
Same with striker. If they don't score, you're immediately limited to 4 points.
Yeah, but no, because if your goalkeeper concede 1,
I more mean
that's
if
just
you're, say,
they're done.
Ederson against.
Also, they're maxed out at 6.
Yeah, well, no, because they make save points.
And they could get save and bonus and
lots more points.
Pen saves, yeah. But realistically,
I get what you mean. But
the maximum a goalkeeper usually gets is 6, maybe 7.
And
maybe
I guess
8.
the league is quite close that any team could score in.
And do you think goalkeepers have been getting more bonus points recently?
Yeah.
Before, it's rare you see a goalkeeper over 10.
I wonder if the bonus point thing is giving them more points for just
I
normal
think
catches.
Potentially, yeah, some saves.
Normal catches, little tiny saves.
Yeah, I would imagine bigger saves are now rewarding them more. Yeah. Because Kepa's been picking up 3 and 2 bonus points every week.
Tifa did make 6, what they're called key saves at Villa.
Bring him in, it was 4.4 mil. It really should have been worth the gamble.
I'm going to see what Guaita does.
So far, 19 points in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to see what Guaita does this week. Because if him and Joel Ward concede again, I don't know.
Equally, I jinx every player that I bring in my team.
So I'm not supposed to the World Cup, but I'm looking at it next week. Why have I got Joel Ward? And Sterling needs to go.
It should be every week.
Billing could blank again. And
that wouldn't be worth free hit because you still have to.
Villa could be crap, and Cash is coming back, and depending on who it is, because I'm taking if it's like a 3-4-3, if it is what's his
you're better off saving your free hit for Carabao Cup weekend.
Yeah,
because
if one's playing.
Well, it could be City Tottenham. If they both don't have games,
I've only got 3 that just sit on my bench.
What?
I've only got 2, 1 City, and I get your point.
2 Tottenham, no, but if they're playing, say, Palace, that's all your team, and
why have I got a trick? No one in the comments told me that in Gameweek 12 that was a horrific idea.
No one today.
Eze was a good idea. Joel Ward and Guaita.
Yeah, no. I'm the wrong Palace, but they're both players that scored points last week.
Equally,
you've got 3 Palace players that scored more from 2 Palace players, right?
If they both
other than the fact you captured it, so.
No matter what happens, if Palace get a clean sheet, I've got a guaranteed 15 points there that no one else has got. Because let's be honest, nobody else has Joel Ward. And hang on, I can actually tell you, 3% of Guaita, 0.5% of Joel Ward.
If Etse and Zaha both score though in Palace concede one.
And only 4.1% have got Eze.
Yeah, they're good differentials compared to like the 23% that have Zaha.
Because that's not a differential.
No, it's
Ashley
certainly not,
Young,
really.
1.3%. Castagna, 3.9%.
Anyway, this has gone quite far.
Billing, 1.6%.
Okay, what we've established is your whole team is
yeah.
terrible. Differentials. Back on that captaincy thing. Haaland's a no-brainer for me. It's so consistent.
Yeah.
They're at home. It's weird.
dunno.
It'd be mental to
I'm
back
still
against
not
him.
sure about it.
The only two or three players I was thinking about, Palace, as you say, Martinelli, but that's Southampton away, so you never know, and he's a midfielder, so I wasn't too sure about that. Foden was an option, but why would I captain Foden over Haaland? Mitrovic, Leeds, if that was at home, backing them all the way. But Leeds away at Ellen Road, I don't back it. Solanke though, West Ham, they're away, but it is a night game. Don Solanke,
Under the lights.
put the floodlights on, different grade.
I take my statement back about Guaita and Joel Ward. I will keep them next week. They have Southampton at home.
Triple captain Joel Ward, if
Yeah.
anything.
Why not? Send it.
God, please. That'll be a horrific episode. But I think that's where we'll call it today. Not too much else to talk about. I think it's been a very decent episode. Of course, if you are watching this on the Saturday when it comes out, I imagine you are. Be odd if you'd like.
12:30 is Liverpool Forest.
It is. But then what I'm going to say is join us live tonight. Chelsea versus Manchester United. If you're watching after that, obviously you can't join us for that stream if you're watching after
You
Saturday.
have to join us for next Wednesday, Champions League.
With some Champions League. But yeah, Chelsea Man United should be a good game. We'll be live from 5 o'clock, so join us there. Will be a banger. And that is all for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.